भारत और नारायण मूर्ति एक अटूट रिश्ता, एक नजरिया है नारायण मूर्ति साहब का जो भारत पर, लेकिन पूरी तरीके से वो नजरिया इस वक्त शायद हम उस पथ पर नहीं चल पा रहे हैं. There seems to be a lot of disconnect between your wants and the way India is moving ahead. What is the prime dissatisfaction from your point of view?
No, I am not dissatisfied, but as I have pointed out in my book, in the introduction chapter of my book, there are three basic ingredients for a nation to successfully solve its problems, particularly for a post-colonial nation to solve its problems.
Sure.
First one is a critical mass of people who believe in good values of honesty, good work ethic, decency, courtesy, hard work, etc. Second, a critical mass of leaders who serve as role models for these people. Third, a critical mass of the rich, the powerful and the elite who understand the reality around them as it is and eschew any asymmetry of benefits in their favor, so that they can actually make a difference to the country. I think only when you have these three, that is critical mass of good leaders, critical mass of honest and hardworking people, and a critical mass of rich, powerful and the elite who relate to the reality that is India, I think India will start making inclusive progress, as our Prime Minister has been talking about.
As of now, which is the least prevalent in our society?
I think we are definitely lacking in leadership. There is no doubt at all. And we are also lacking in having a critical mass of the rich, the powerful and the elite who understand the reality that are around them, who understand the poverty that's around them, who understand the problems that are there around them.
If leadership be such a big issue and such a big part of our failing, then why shouldn't people like you who've led such magnificent institutions in the past be a part of this political and governing system?
Well, I think we have need for building good companies like Infosys. We have need for building good institutes of education. We need people to build good TV channels. We need good politicians. We need good everything. So it's not necessary that everybody gets into politics. I think each one of us has our responsibility in different spheres. So
I just want to bring out a quote of yours which says, "I want Infosys to be a place where people of different genders, nationalities, races and religious beliefs work together in an environment of intense competition but utmost harmony, courtesy, dignity to add more value to our customers day after day."
Absolutely.
Now, if we just change Infosys to India and customers to citizens, we have a great country.
Of course.
That's exactly what I was saying. So if leaders from the industrial world, the world of industry, can perform so well and have outstanding contributions to India in their own fields, why can't it be on a broader plane? Perhaps that's what India needs.
Well, again, as I said, the fact that I've done a little bit on a canvas like Infosys does not necessarily mean that I would be suited to play the same game on a much larger canvas that is India.
Your successor has been a part of it, Mr. Nilekani.
Yeah, I think each one of us has different view of ourselves, different perspective of the challenges, and different value additions that we can make. So,
Mr. Narendra Modi wants you to be an advisor to the Gujarat government. Would you want to be an advisor to the Gujarat government?
Well, he was being very nice and very kind. He was being very courteous.
Would you be equally nice and courteous and kind and take it up?
Well, that's a hypothetical question. I have not received any such invitation, and only when I receive that invitation would I give any thought to that. So at this stage, there is no point in dwelling into that issue.
All right, let's dwell on issues which are at hand and come back to the point of better India and better world. A double-digit GDP on the cards?
At this point in time, I think if we can grow at 7 to 7.5% in 2010 financial year, I will be pretty happy.
All right.
Because that is a very good growth rate.
All right. And coming in the years to come, that is, if you're not able to achieve that, why do you think that will be?
Well, that is because of our infrastructure. Our power infrastructure, our road infrastructure, our education infrastructure, lack of focus on low-tech manufacturing, which will create jobs for the semi-literates and illiterates who form 500 million people in India. I think these are some of the reasons why we may not be able to fully redeem on our promise.
Education, employment, employability. These are obviously are key issues. What about implementation? We have a lot of allocation, but not sufficient.
Well, this is a country that believes in the adage, articulation is accomplishment. I don't believe in that. I believe that this country has to improve its focus on execution, on accomplishment. Because I've always said that performance leads to recognition, recognition leads to respect, and respect leads to power. And China has demonstrated that. So all of us Indians must learn that our future lies in better implementation of ideas. Not just in ideas. We come out with zillions of ideas, but we don't implement them. So the solution is to focus on implementation.
Have you seen the film? Do you watch films?
I do, yes, of course.
Have you heard of this film called Three Idiots?
You know, my wife had booked a ticket for me and her to go and watch that on Monday evening. Unfortunately, I fell sick that day. I couldn't go.
Well, you must, because the moment I saw the film, I thought of you. And why I thought of you was a couple of reasons. One is because the book was written by Chetan Bhagat and it was about an IIT student, which you are. It also, the essence of the story was a student who didn't necessarily think of following the path, which is the chosen path, so to speak, but to choose a path of a mind of his own, with a strong sense of belief and trust in his own convictions. So perhaps that's a movie you'd like to see.
Well, I would love to know. Definitely. I am a good friend of Aamir Khan and Madhavan. Both are very well known to my wife and me. And certainly I would be watching that movie.